Folks, obviously the income examples discussed are extraordinary. The income claims presented are not intended to serve as a guarantee of income. Instead, they're designed to give you an idea of what's possible. Success in this business requires leadership, hard work, and dedication. Since we want to help you make an informed decision, we've gone above and beyond with our income disclosure document. If you want to see the average earnings, please visit the page at www.empowernetwork.com/income.php.
You guys are completely amazing. Oh my God. So I'm not going to keep you guys long today. I joked with some of the people on my team, and I joked with Joe up there, and I said, I'm good for about a YouTube video's worth. So, it's right before lunch. I have you for about, I don't know, a couple minutes. So I'm just going to jump into it. Again, I'm just really honored to be here. I feel like I'm standing here for everyone who has been in network marketing. You've tried different things, and a lot of stuff just has not worked for you. And you're at a place where you're like, this just absolutely has to pan out. I started in network marketing in 2006, and I was in choir rehearsal at church, and a girl came in, and she said, hey, we got this thing, you can make money from home or whatever, jump in it, come to our meeting on Tuesday. And I was like, yeah, sure. So I show up, hotel meeting, get all suited up, and we get there, and, the guy gets on stage, and he's, talking and doing his thing, and then they're like, yeah, you get this person, and they get that person, and then the money starts rolling in, and, they're like getting fired up. I'm like, yeah, oh my God. I'm like, juice, like, oh my God, the money's gonna roll in. And I think I only signed up like my mom, who's here, by the way. I signed up like my mom and a cousin. Didn't go so well. And so, I quit network marketing for a while. I went back to work. I was getting ready to get married, and I said, okay, whatever. So I got a job, and was working that job for a while, and then I found out that I was pregnant with twins. And at the time, I was pursuing my bachelor's degree, and everybody's like, are you gonna quit? I'm like, well, no, because the job, they promised me this big old promotion, if I stay in school or whatever, and so stayed, whole time I was pregnant, going to tutoring, going to work, doing everything I needed to do, and then had the twins. And so when I finished my degree, went back to the job, applied for a position, and it was one that was in my department, and they were like, nope, not you. They hired the mail and file clerk. And I was just like, I cannot believe this. Like, do you know how much work I put into this? Oh my God. It was heartbreaking. And that was the first time that I realized, okay, you know what? I really cannot depend on these people or a job to make things happen for me. Because I put in all this time, all this energy, all this work, and it just didn't pan out the way that I wanted it to. So I started looking back at the direct sales industry, and I jumped in a company, and that's when the internet was really starting to boom. And I was like, God, I kind of like this thing. I don't really have to go to these meetings. I can sit back, and thought everything was going to work out. Nope. Nope. So kept going. I'm not a quitter, so I didn't give up. I kept pushing, and I kept going, and failed successfully at a lot of different companies. Matter of fact, we were just joking. My mom was at my house, and we looked in this one little room in my house, and she's like, God, you got all these boxes. You got shakes and juice and makeup and you name it, I probably did it, So, like I said, I'm here really standing for everyone because I know a lot of times it seems like it's never gonna pan out. And if you've been doing this for a while, it gets tiring sometimes. And it's okay to say that. Sometimes you get tired and you feel like, oh my God, when is this gonna be my moment? And so in 2011, by the time Empower Network came around, I was tired. I was like, I am done with network marketing. I've spent so much money. I've done so much stuff. And my husband was looking at me like, you better not spend another dime. you know. And so when it came around, I thought, okay, well, we'll give it one last try. I'm a writer by nature. I can blog, it looks easy, no problem. And I had some stuff on the internet or whatever. And so hopped in Empower Network at the very beginning, was like, oh God, this is the greatest thing ever. And then, I didn't tell my husband I hopped in. I just did it. And I when I was talking to Tracy about signing up, I didn't even know her. And she's like, well, just trust me. And I'm like, girl, I can't do 125, because, it was bad back then. I was like, I can only do 25. And she was like, no, just trust me. I promise you'll make your money back. I said, okay. So I said, well, I'm not going to tell my husband. So I hopped in. I didn't tell him. And everything was cool. Like the first week, I made my money back. And I said, oh, hey, honey, by the way, yeah, I joined this new blogging thing, but I made my money back. And he was like, okay, as long as you made it back, that's cool. And so I went through the changes with Empower Network. I went through the merchant account thing, and I really, with this particular business, I think the thing that made it different than anything else, this is the first company that I have been in consistently for, well, it's been around almost 2 years, and I came in, I was one of the fax forms. So this is the first company that I've been in from the very beginning, haven't missed, haven't let a payment lapse or anything like that, and really have just committed my whole heart to. And it has a lot to do with the people. The people here are so amazing. You guys, the leaders from the top down, it's just an amazing place to be. It feels like family, and this is my first time speaking like in front of really an audience this big at all. I have this thing, I was one of those people, I didn't like videos, I was afraid of my own voice. I mean, I just wanted to sit and type. I didn't want to talk to anybody, but it feels like family. And every time I come to an event, I'm just amazed at the energy and the love that flows. And I want to tell you guys something, it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter who you are. You think that, you can't do it. You can. You can do whatever you want. I've had so much growth in Empower Network as a person, as a marketer, just in general in life. These things that we're learning, you can take them anywhere, anywhere. Take advantage of what's here. And, one of the other things is that most of the time that I've been working with Empower Network, I had a job, and a lot of people didn't know that. And I was ashamed to say it, because, we have this thing in this industry, it's like, oh, you got a job, And I never really wanted to be there. I was there because that was my circumstance, and I would always say, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna leave. And it would seem like things wouldn't happen. And I remember in Chicago, I was there and I was listening to, all the speakers, but I remember when, I don't know which one got on stage first, but I know that Tracy got on stage and she talked about jumping off the cliff. You're either gonna jump off or somebody's gonna push you off in terms of building your business and stepping into yourself in that next aspect of life. And I really took that to heart. And then Vic got up and he talked about deleting your plan B. And I realized what I had been doing with my job was that I was using it as a crutch. I felt like, I'm making a little money in Empower, and I got this job over here. And because I had the job over here, I wasn't exactly pushing the way that I needed to in my business. And I'm pleased to say, after Denver, it didn't happen the way that I thought it was. I thought I was going to go in there and I was going to stick it to the man. I had this whole letter wrote out. I did. I swear, I put it in the Dream Team leadership group and I wrote it out. Yeah, I, Apple Daniels, officially resigned today. It was a big deal. I thought it was going to happen that way, but it didn't. And so probably a week after Denver, I took a couple more days off or whatever, and I'm driving or whatever, and I get this call, and I answer. I'm like, hello? they're like, well, yeah, and I speak to Apple. I'm like, yeah, this is she. And they're like, well, this is us from Mucky Muck Corporate Company, and, blah, blah, blah. And, I got them sitting here with the HR rep. And I was like, okay. So like, are you sitting down? I said, well, I'm driving. They said, pull over. I said, okay. So I pull over. They said, we've gone through this whole, deal about whatever they were doing with the company, restructuring and changing and, all this other stuff like that. And they said, so unfortunately, we're going to have to eliminate your position. And so, crazy empower people, right? So I was like, all right. Oh man, that sucks, dude. So afterwards called everybody, like it was Friday, so hopped on our team testimonial call. I'm like, oh my God. So I am full-time, and I couldn't be more excited about it. And just more excited about all the things that are coming up for everyone. And what I really want to say to you guys is, you think that when we talk about our business, we're always talking about our why. We're always saying like, what are we here for? We're not here just for ourselves. Whether you have a job or not, in this room, you have an opportunity to do something that no one else is doing. And when it comes to business and building and doing things, you are blessed to be a blessing to others. You have an opportunity to go out there and literally change people's lives, literally. Since I've been off work, I've started volunteering a lot in my kids' school, and initially I thought it was just about my kids. I thought like, oh, I get to spend more time with them and be at home and, do all this stuff for them. And as I'm volunteering in the classroom, I'm realizing that there are other children in there whose parents still have to work, and maybe they don't get as much as they need. So as I'm helping these kindergartners learn how to write their names and, help the teacher with snacks and do all this other stuff, I feel like I'm pouring into somebody else, and it's become bigger than me. And I've had this statement that I've said that no mom should have to choose between her children and work, and I believe that. But as long as there are other moms who unfortunately do have to choose, I'm going to do everything that I can to stand in the gap for them. I believe that we, again, are blessed to be a blessing to others. And so when you're building, seek to help other people. It doesn't have to be kindergartners. Maybe that's not your thing. That's just where I am in life right now. But look to see how you can help others. Look to see where you can bless someone else, because in doing that, it will come back tenfold to you. I promise you. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you. Last Fight the Forces of Evil event, I was sitting in these chairs. I was a blue lanyard. I was working, and not that a blue lanyard is bad. I don't mean it that way at all. I totally don't. But I mean it to say that I told my job, and I can say this now because I don't have a job. I went to them and I told them that I needed to go to this big marketing conference because it was going to help me with whatever I was doing for them, because I didn't believe that I could actually afford to pay for myself to come to an event. And so I went to them and I had them front the cost. I did that for Atlanta, and I did that for San Diego. I sure did. And by the time Austin came around, I was ready to step out on my own. But I say that to say it's only been a year. It's only been a year since I was doing that to being able to do this now. You guys can do whatever you want. You put your mind to it. You set your intentions. You set your outcomes, and you can do whatever you want. I promise. I'm a little bit early, but that's my time. God, you guys are amazing. Go out there and change the world.
Folks, Obviously, the income examples discussed in this video are extraordinary. The income claims presented are not intended to serve as a guarantee of income. Instead, they're designed to give you an idea of what's possible. Success in this business requires leadership, hard work, and dedication. Since we want to help you make an informed decision, we've gone above and beyond with our income disclosure document. If you want to see the average earnings, please visit the page at www.empowernetwork.com/income.php.